Hello and welcome back to day 8 of our Speak to the Camera with Confidence challenge. And today I thought I would share what I've learned after 7 days of speaking with the camera. And the first thing that I've learned is it's just so much easier to speak about something I know about instead of plucking a topic from the air, so to speak. Although, in all honesty, the topics that I've chosen have been sort of random. I have generated ideas from watching other videos, not necessarily about the same topics, but more to do with something that interests me and I have experience in, and it's made it a lot easier to talk about these sort of topics. The second thing that I've learned about speaking to the camera for the past 7 days is that it's helped me figure out my camera settings, sort of. I've been using two cameras. The one I'm on now is a Nikon, which is a camera I've had for over 10 years, but I still love it. It was one of the best cameras in its day. And the thing is, I've got new mics, which is a lavalier type of mic, and it's attached to the top of the camera, and the receiver is attached to the camera, and I've got the mic over here. So I've been learning how to tweak it. Hopefully this is sounding okay, because that's a problem that I've been having issues with when I started using the two systems together. So it's nice. The first camera that I used is a Canon G7X Mark II, which is great in itself, but it doesn't have an external mic, which for me sounds a bit hissy when I'm doing the editing. So hopefully this one is working out better for all of us. And in terms of what I've learned for the past 7 days, I am going through the positive learnings first, and then once we've done that, we'll go through the not so good learning. The third thing I've learned is time management, and the reason for that is, obviously, I think a lot of people think that content creators just sit in the camera and everything will flow. Now, with these first 30 days that I'm doing, it is pretty much unedited. I know I cheated with a couple, 2 or 3 of the videos in the earlier part of the challenge, namely because I wasn't used to it, and I guess from my personal point of view I wanted it to sound a bit more interesting. But the last 2 or 3 I've tried to do it unedited, so what you get is how I've just sat here and recorded it. Yes, you'll see me flicking to the left side, that's where my laptop is, and that's where my prompts are. But in terms of timekeeping or time management, I'm working, plus I've got a life as well. I want to go to the gym, so I'm having to find my timings in terms of, I'm lucky that I work from home, so I can shuffle my day to accommodate making these videos. So timekeeping, because for me going to the gym is pretty important in terms of self-care, so I have to manage doing these videos and catering for the rest of my life. The fourth thing that has really improved, or the fourth thing I've learned from doing these 7-day videos, is although I have prompts on my laptop, it has actually enabled me to improve my memory. And when you're at this age, when you're in your 40s or your 50s, you'll probably find brain fog is a bit of an issue, and that's what was some of the hindrances that has stopped me from making videos before, is because the videos I'm making, especially for my other channel, it was so inconsistent that I will gain the confidence of doing a video and then I haven't done it for such a long time that you lose that confidence. But with doing the videos, you're going with your momentum, momentum, and it's allowing me to improve my memory. And we'll talk about brain connections in another video because I think it's quite a very interesting topic, especially for us women who's got brain fog and memory issues. So that has been really good, and it's helped me to learn what I need to. The prompts help me to remember, but it also helps with the flow of the video, which I know I'm probably stuttering at the moment, but you know what? Even the best YouTubers out there, they edit their videos, and these ones are unedited. But once I get the confidence and the flow, I know the editing will be a lot easier for me. So the fifth one is the fifth thing I've learned about speaking to the camera for the past 7 days is the creativity is a lot better. And when I started this channel, when I started making videos for this channel again, I did worry about what I was going to speak about. But now, because I have been creating and the creativity is flowing, I find that when I'm either reading something or listening or watching something, that something in my brain clicks and I think, okay, and I'll write it down on the notes in my phone and write just a simple sentence or two to help me jog that topic and create a video out of it. So that's been really great in terms of finding topics to talk about, to share with you. The sixth thing I've learned about speaking to the camera for the past 7 days is my confidence has certainly improved. My confidence speaking to the camera has certainly improved, and although I still feel conscious that I'm not on my own in the house, I have felt a lot more confident. And I was speaking to my brother yesterday and he said, oh, we don't care what you think, we care about you talking to yourself in front of a camera. And I do still feel conscious, but I now have the confidence to know that, well, they don't care, why should I? And for me, this is something that I want to do, and especially with my other channel, it is going to be, or is, a form of income eventually for me. So confidence, if you don't have a lot of confidence, I don't know whether YouTube will be good for you, but for me it's a case of, it's the other, is it, success is on the other side of fear. I have this, sorry, these are just post-it notes that I have, and these are again some of the things, the tools that I use to help me gain confidence, to help my motivation, and hopefully whatever I'm sharing here is helping you in some way. Yeah, so those are the 6 positives that I've learned from speaking to the camera for the past 7 days. Now, there are things that aren't so positive. Actually, I'm just going to list these. These are the 7 not so positive things about being on camera or speaking to the camera for 7 days. So the first one is motivation, especially this weekend because it's been such nice weather. It's sunny, it's warm, it's not too hot, and all I want to do is go outside and go for a walk and enjoy the sunshine. Luckily we've got a garden and I've had like 2 lots of 10 minutes enjoying the sunshine and topping up my vitamin D. So motivation to do this work when sometimes you just don't feel like it, you really need to generate that motivation. So overcoming motivation is the not so positive, or I guess you can see that as a positive too, because you're overcoming, you're pushing through your, it's not pain, but that barrier, hesitation barrier. The second thing that's not so positive is having to put makeup on every day just to look presentable. I'm not quite ready to reveal my no makeup face, but that is one of the not so positive parts of the video. Obviously I don't want to go in front of the camera and looking unkempt. I'm not usually unkempt, but I like to have to present myself better than it would be without makeup on or brushing my hair. The third thing that's not so positive is when you put makeup on, you still have to take it off at the end of the day. Whereas if I wasn't in front of the camera, I wouldn't be putting makeup on and I'll just wash my face and not have the extra 5-10 minutes of literally taking off my makeup first before washing my face. So that's not so positive. The fourth thing that I'm not having much fun of with doing this 7 days in front of the camera, or this confidence in front of the camera challenge, is having to find different clothes every single day. Because obviously when or not, maybe not so obviously, when I'm at home and just working and I have to be in front of the camera, I don't have to change every day. Yes, I do get washed, I get showered and washed, but that doesn't necessarily mean I will put on a new shirt or top or clothes every day, because that's just wasteful. I'd rather use my clothes and then wash them instead of having a whole load of clothes that's been used once. That's just my personal thing, a bit icky like that. I'd rather use. Okay, so I'm not sure what's going on with my camera, but I'm having to retake points 5, 6 and 7 again. So the fifth thing that's not so positive about being in front of the camera on a daily basis is the fact that I'm having to fit the recording, editing and uploading in between my day-to-day life. And that means I like to go to the gym. I still have my daily life to do plus work, and although my timekeeping has improved over the past few days, I still hate the fact that it feels like there's this extra chore that I have to do. But it's helped me in a lot of other positive ways, so it's not been so bad. The sixth thing that has not been so positive about this confidence in front of the camera challenge is having to spend more time in front of the computer. Now my job means having to be in front of the computer anyway, plus all my other interests and my other channel, and doing this on a daily basis has meant that I'm having to be in front of the computer even more than I did before. So that's not so good. It makes my eyes tired and it makes me even more tired mentally. And when I'm that tired, it really affects my eyesight. So my eyes, I can see that, I can notice that they've been a bit more blurry than they were already. And the seventh thing that has not been so positive about doing this camera challenge has been the fact that I'm having to have the lighting equipment, the charging the battery for the camera, charging the receiver and the mic, and all the paraphernalia that one needs when we're recording videos. And if you do YouTube, I'm sure you know that it really means if you haven't got a dedicated room or area for recording, you have to have them where you can fit them. So that has been my seventh negative or not so positive part of doing this 30-day camera confidence challenge. How about you? Do you do any recordings? What do you find are the positives or negatives of having to do YouTube or social media? Let me know in the comments below. I do love to read your comments, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next video.